Hello and welcome to Spectrum News at 4. I am Uyayaniekan, coming to you live from the beautiful Mekiel. NMA commends Oshibanjo's confidence in Nigeria's health sector. Plus, Zelensky fires top officials over staffers' collaboration with Russia. We will bring you details of the stories and more in a moment. We begin the news with a report that President Muhammadu Buhari has felicitated with the Nigerian Bar Association on the successful conclusion of its elections. Rejoicing with Yakubu congratulated the legal luminary for emerging the 31st president of the association. Buhari noted that the NBA had over the years played a major role in democratic and economic development of the country, with advocacy, counseling and partnership with governments. The president saluted the outgoing president of the NBA, Olumide Akpata, and all the national leaders who took this. In another development, President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated candidates of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the just concluded Osun governorship election, Senator Ademola Adeleke, over his victory. In a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, President Buhari observed that the outcome of the election was a testimonial to the maturity and commitment of all stakeholders. He reassured the nation of an unshaken commitment of his administration towards having credible elections. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Medical Association has commended Vice President Yemi Osinbajo for demonstrating confidence in the Nigerian healthcare system by choosing to undergo a surgical procedure in the country hospital Ikeja, Lagos. Adedoyin stated that the operation was successful and the Vice President will be discharged in a few days. Meanwhile, the NMA in a press release said the Nigerian doctors are wishing the Vice President quick recovery. We move to the legislature, where the Senate has ordered the arrest of the Director General of the Nigerian Maritime and Safety Agency, Nimasa, Bashir Jemo, for allegedly paying $5 million to a legal firm as professional fee for global movement of Nigerian hydrocarbon and recovery of loss by the federal government in the sum of $9.3 billion between 2013 and 2014. At a briefing, the chairman, Senate Committee of Public Accounts, Matthew Urobobide, expressed disappointment with the agency over its failure to appear before the panel, leaving no other option than to issue a warrant of arrest on Nimasa's Director General. The Auditor General's report showed that all efforts by the federal government to get the details of the 9.3 billion naira thorough scrutiny were not granted by Nimasa. To Oyo now, where the State House of Assembly has approved the nomination of Bayo Lawal as the state's deputy governor. Olaniyan was impeached by the lawmakers over allegations of misconduct. The decision to impeach him was reached after the lawmakers presented and considered the recommendation of the 7-man panel set up by the Chief Judge Munta Abimbola to investigate him over allegations of gross misconduct and abuse of office. In education, the National Universities Commission in System in Development and Use of Electronic Management Dashboards for Effective Governance of Universities. According to a statement made available to newsmen in Abuja by the NUC, the training was concluded after 12 weeks and had in attendance vice chancellors of universities and other principal officers. Addressing the press after the graduation ceremony, Professor Emeritus Peter Okebukola, who is the Director Facilitator General of the Virtual Institute for Capacity Building in Higher Education, the platform for delivering the fully practical and fully virtual training, said the participants were trained on skills to set up governance dashboards that could uptake streamed data in real time for effective planning and management. A 2-day nationwide protest on July 26, 2022 in solidarity with the striking members of the Academic Staff Union of Universities and other unions in the public universities. The Congress disclosed this in a circular dated July 15, 2022. addressed to the chairpersons and secretaries of its state councils. According to the circular, the protest would be held on July 26th and 27th at all state capitals and the Federal Capital Territory. Reports say, in alignment with the protest, the Nigeria Police Force has said it is advisable for those planning the protest to employ the help of the police so that optimal security will be provided. The force public relations officer Muyiwa Adejobi disclosed this in an interview with the newsmen while responding to inquiries on whether the NLC had informed the police of the planned protest. Away from that, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has kick-started its case for hard drug trafficking charges against the suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police, DCP Abba Kyari. Before the Federal High Court in Abuja, the agency brought a commander of narcotics attached to its forensic unit, Patricia Afolabi, to testify as its first witness. The witness told the court that part of her job specification, February 7, 2022, received from the forensic liaison officer of the agency, Abubakar Aliyu, one sealed transparent evidence pack containing 24 dispensing packs each. She said that each of the packs contained a white substance measured at 0.5 grams. She added that the package also contained a request form for analysis. On electoral matters, the Nigerian Women Trust Fund Gender and Election Watch Group has called on the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to give more priority to pregnant women, nursing mothers, and persons living with disabilities in the 2023 elections. The group said this while it observed that priority was given to these categories of persons in some polling units during the just concluded governorship election in Osun State, while others did not. In a statement by the Chief Executive Officer Mufiliat Fijabi, INEC for being gender sensitive while selecting the ad hoc staff for the election and advised the electoral umpire to be more intentional in creating an enabling environment for pregnant women and people with disabilities. Meanwhile, concerned by the multitude of incidents of collapsed buildings in Nigeria, industry professionals have again raised an alarm on influx of substandard materials in the building materials market. They said the menace, if not abated, could worsen cases of structural failures across the country. Reports say substandard steel products are poorly made and consequences include low durability and hazard for construction sites. To security now, where the Zamfara state government has suspended the emir of Sabon Birnin Yadoto of Nsafe local government area of the state, Aliyu Garba Marafa, for allegedly turbaning a notorious repentant bandit leader Adamu Aliero and Serkin Fulani, leader of Fulani. This was contained in a statement by the secretary to the state government, Kabiru Balarabe, and made available to newsmen. According to the statement, the Zamfara state government has distanced itself from the alleged turbaning as Dantata Shahu after 10 p.m. According to a statement issued and signed by the State Commissioner for Information, Mohammed Garba, the ban takes effect from Thursday, July 21st, 2022. The decision, according to the statement, was reached at the end of a state security meeting. Back here, people have been advised to desist from visiting quacks and traditionalists when experiencing any sign of visual impairment. Speaking with Spectrum Television News on the symptoms, causes of the vision loss and preventive measures, a practicing optometrist, Dr. Asangen Ekpo, described visual impairment as a vision loss either partially or completely due to some pathologies that happens to the eyes. According to him, about 2.2 billion people have a near-distance vision impairment globally, and about 1 billion of these persons' problems could have been prevented as the condition are avoided in Nigeria to give the country a fighting chance to avoid the impending blindness epidemic. In another development, as World Day for International Justice is celebrated across the globe with the theme Achieving Social Justice Through Formal Employment, aimed at bringing justice for the victims of war crimes, crimes against humanity and genocide. People have been advised to pay attention to serious crimes happening around the world and to help stop them. Speaking with Spectrum Television News on the importance of the day, Principal State Council Department of Public Prosecution, Ministry of Justice Akwa Ibom State Barrister Ephraim Isong said the celebration to unite all those who wish to support justice, promote the rights of the victims, help in preventing crime that threatens the peace, security and well-being of the world. He noted that the day serves as a reminder to emphasize the significance of the annually every July 17th to draw people from all around the world to focus on important topics and warn those who endanger the safety, security and well-being of every nation. In Africa, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has paid tribute to the long-serving Deputy Secretary General of his ruling African National Congress Party, Jesse Duarte, who died yesterday after a long battle with cancer. Duarte, 68, was here. Reports say an official funeral according to Islamic rites was held for Duarte at the West Park Cemetery in Johannesburg, where she was buried yesterday, adding that an official memorial service will be held later this week. On the foreign scene, jury selection is scheduled to begin today in the trial of Steve Bannon, a one-time advisor to former President Donald Trump, who faces criminal contempt of Congress charging insurrection. Bannon is charged in Washington's federal court with defying a subpoena from the January 6 committee that sought his records and testimony. He was indicted in November on 2 counts of criminal contempt of Congress, 1 month after the Justice Department received a congressional referral. Reports say each count carries a minimum of 30 days of jail and as long as a year behind bars. In another development, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has dismissed 2 important figures in his government, questioning their leadership qualities and accusing many of their subordinates of treason and collaborating with Russia. In a statement, Bagnov, who is his longtime associate, are the 2 officers fired. Zelensky said many officials within both departments were suspected of treason as the bloody battle for control rages in eastern Ukraine as Russia struggles to gain ground in Donetsk. Still on the foreign scene, France has evacuated more than 16,000 people threatened by wildfires in the southwest, as fires also spread in Spain, Croatia and Greece. Authorities in France, Gironde, a popular tourist region, have evacuated guards. Some were able to return. Meanwhile, Portugal's fires are contained for now. Reports say more than 1,000 deaths have been attributed to the heat in Portugal and Spain in recent days. Still to come in the news. Nigerian Super Falcons host Morocco to clash for final place today at the ongoing Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Do stay with us. Thanks for staying tuned. On our business news, the price of crude oil climbed above the $100 mark on Sunday, hitting $101.16 per barrel after trading around $98 per barrel since Tuesday, as oil marketers in Nigeria maintained an increased pump price for premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, higher than the approved rate. Industry figures showed that Brent, the international benchmark for crude, moved up by $2.06 or 2.08% to close at $101.16 per barrel, as at 6.36 premium motor Nigerian time. The report showed that Brent dropped in price by $7.72 or 7.21% to close at $99.38 per barrel, as at 7:45 p.m. Still on our business news, workers below the age of 40 under the contributory pension scheme rose from 73% at the end of 2021 to 86.4% by the end of the first quarter of 2022. The National Pension Commission disclosed this in its quarterly report on age and gender distribution reports for quarter 1 of 2022. According to PENCOM, this showed that the CPS had an increasing sustainability level. The report also showed that male contributors dominated the retirement savings account holders list. Chose to undergo a surgical procedure on his right femur thigh bone at a local hospital because he had confidence in Nigerian doctors both at home and abroad. Speaking on the VP's decision, the founder of the Reddington Hospital, who is also one of the doctors coordinating the surgery, Dr. Yemi Onabowale, said the VP was clear that he had confidence in Nigerian doctors both at home and abroad and would prefer they handle the operation. According to Onabowale, Osibajo's preference to have the surgery done in Nigeria is also being regarded as a major boost for the government's oft-stated objective of a reversed medical tourism, as some voices in sports. The 2021-2022 Nigeria Professional Football League has ended with Rivers United crowned as champions. Rivers capped their sterling all-round season-long performance with a 1-0 victory over Gombe United to finish with 77 points and a plus 34 goal aggregate. Mountain of Fire Ministry, Kano Pillars, Heartland and Katsina United went to relegation after having finished 1, 2, 3 and 4 places from behind, dropping to the lower division of Nigeria football, barring any changes by the league organizers. Meanwhile, an appreciative Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike promised each player and official of Rivers United 1 million naira for winning the last match of the season, noting that the money was not part of what the state government had packaged for them for winning the title for the first time in their history. Still in sports, Morocco's Cinderella story at the ongoing Women's Africa Cup of Nations faces have been impressive so far at the tournament, proving doubters wrong after winning all 4 of their matches so far. With South Africa, the other country to have achieved such a feat is this campaign. With a place at next year's Women's World Cup in Australia, New Zealand already guaranteed, both sides have turned attention to winning the WAFCON title, but must first cancel each other out. On our entertainment news, superstar David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido, has noted that President Muhammadu Buhari will leave a lasting legacy. The singer said a prayer for the president after the latter congratulated his uncle and winner of the Osun State governorship election, Ademola Adeleke. Buhari, in a series of tweets on Sunday, had said that to celebrate his uncle's victory at the just concluded Osun governorship election. Still on entertainment, popular Nollywood actress and star of the sitcom The Johnsons, Ada Ame, has died at the age of 48. This was confirmed to newsmen by the president of the Actors Guild of Nigeria, AGN, Emeka Rollers, who disclosed that Ame died at the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Hospital in Delta State on Sunday. It was also gathered that the star actress suddenly collapsed at 11 p.m. before being rushed to the hospital, where she was confirmed dead. A colleague and stage actor Steve Anu, popularly known as Yo, said his condolence to the family, describing the late actress as an exceptional and amiable person. He revealed that he had worked with her earlier this year on his forthcoming sitcom, Startimes. And that's all we have for you at this time. Do ensure to follow us on social media, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtv.ng. You have been watching